Hello there, fellow gardeners. It's always a thrill to think about planting potatoes. There's nothing quite like digging up your own harvest. But like anything in the garden, there are a few common pitfalls that can turn that excitement into disappointment, especially if you're just starting out. I've seen these mistakes made time and again, and I've certainly learned from a few myself over the years. Today, I want to share 5 key errors to steer clear of when you're putting those potato eyes into the ground. Avoiding these will give you a much better chance of a bountiful and healthy crop. Let's get right into it. This is perhaps the most common mistake beginners make. You see a potato sprouting in your pantry and think, great free seed potato. While those potatoes can sprout and grow, they are not ideal for planting. Grocery store potatoes are often treated with sprout inhibitors. More importantly, they can carry diseases. Diseases that might not show on the tuber itself, but can infect your soil and future crops. Always use certified seed potatoes. These are specifically grown for planting and are inspected to be disease-free. They might cost a little more upfront, but they save you a lot of heartache and potential crop failure down the line. Think of it as an investment in your garden's health. Certified seed potatoes give your plants the best possible start, free from common potato blights and viruses. It's a fundamental step for success. Timing is crucial when planting potatoes. Putting them in the ground at the wrong time can severely impact your yield or even kill the plants. Planting too early, before the soil has warmed up sufficiently, can lead to the seed potatoes rotting in the cold, wet ground. Potatoes are also sensitive to frost. A late spring frost can damage or kill young shoots emerging from the soil. On the flip side, planting too late, especially in regions with hot summers, can stress the plants. High temperatures can reduce tuber formation. The ideal time is usually a couple of weeks before your last expected frost date, once the soil temperature is consistently above 45 degrees Fahrenheit, 7 degrees Celsius. Check with your local extension office or experienced gardeners in your area for the best planting window for your specific climate. Getting the timing right sets the stage for healthy growth. Potatoes need loose, fertile, well-drained soil to thrive. They are root vegetables, and compacted or heavy clay soil makes it difficult for tubers to expand. Planting in unprepared soil is a recipe for small, misshapen potatoes and poor yields. The plants struggle to establish a strong root system. Before planting, dig the area deeply. Incorporate plenty of organic matter like compost or well-rotted manure. This improves soil structure, drainage, and fertility. Potatoes are heavy feeders and appreciate nutrient-rich soil. Aim for a slightly acidic to neutral pH, ideally between 5.0 and 6.5. This helps prevent common diseases like potato scab. Taking the time to properly prepare your soil before planting will pay dividends when it's time to harvest. It gives the tubers room to grow and access to nutrients. The depth at which you plant your seed potatoes matters. Planting them too close to the surface can cause problems later on. Shallow planting means the developing tubers are closer to the soil surface. This makes them more susceptible to sun exposure. When potato tubers are exposed to sunlight, they turn green. This green color indicates the presence of solanine, a toxic compound. Green potatoes are bitter and should not be eaten. Shallow planting also makes the plants less stable and more vulnerable to drying out. A good rule of thumb is to plant seed potatoes about 4 to 6 inches deep. This provides enough soil cover for the initial growth. This depth also allows for the essential process of hilling, which brings us to our next mistake. Proper initial depth is key for future plant development and tuber quality. Hilling is the practice of mounding soil or compost around the base of the potato plant as it grows. It's absolutely critical for a good potato harvest. Failing to hill is a major mistake that leads to low yields and green, inedible potatoes. Tubers form along the underground stem, above the original seed piece. As the plant grows taller, these new tubers develop closer to the surface. Hilling covers these developing tubers with soil. This protects them from sunlight, preventing them from turning green and toxic. It also provides support for the growing plant stems. You should start hilling when the plants are about 6, 8 inches tall. Mound soil around the stems, leaving the top few inches of leaves exposed. Repeat this process every few weeks as the plants grow taller, until they start to flower or the foliage gets too dense. Proper hilling ensures you get a good crop of usable potatoes. So there you have it. 5 common mistakes that are easy to make, but also easy to avoid with a little knowledge. Using certified seed potatoes, planting at the right time, preparing your soil well, planting at the correct depth, and consistently hilling your plants. Focus on these 5 points. and you'll be well on your way to enjoying the incredible taste of your own homegrown potatoes. It's a rewarding experience, and by avoiding these pitfalls, you significantly increase your chances of success. Happy planting, and here's to a fantastic potato harvest!